What is up out there? Angelo Austin here from Austin Media Group, where we turn mid-sized businesses into large corporations by incorporating AI into their services. So today I want to run down and talk about 9 essential tools that you need in your website in 2025. We already talked about why you want to start an online business and how to do that. So now we're going to talk about the essential tools that you need in your website when it comes to growing your e-commerce business. The first tool I'm going to recommend that you need in your website is Tidio. Tidio is a customer communication tool. It's a live chat AI bot that chats with the customers. It can give them updates on their orders. It can do different things. It can even answer questions based on knowledge base from AI type of stuff. So Tidio is something that you definitely want on your website because it can help communicate with your customers and make you more streamlined and efficient. The next one that I'm going to actually recommend is you need some type of email marketing automation software. I don't care what you use. It could be MailChimp, it could be Clavico or Clavio. You can use that. But the number one that I'm going to recommend is OmniSend. OmniSend is an all-inclusive email marketing software. So it can send out emails, push notifications, and also text messages. That's what we use here, and that's one that I want to recommend because it keeps you in the loop with your customers in different ways. So you can communicate with them through text, you can communicate with them through email, and you can communicate with push notifications. So that's an essential one right there. The next one that I'm going to recommend for visitor behavior is going to be two things. One is going to be Google Analytics. Google Analytics shows you what's going on your site. It's showing you the people that's visiting your site, what they're doing when they're visiting it, what page they're going to, how long they're spending on that page. So that kind of gives you some clues to where your engagement is at and where your traffic is coming from. And the next one is going to be Microsoft Clarity. Microsoft Clarity, on the other hand, you can visually see what people are doing on your website. You can see where they're clicking off at. You can see how far down on the page they're scrolling, and that helps you make adjustments to see, okay, you know what, I might need to move this over here because these people are going to too many pages to search for it. So that is very essential because it helps you optimize to put things in place that your customers are already going within on your website. The next one I'm going to say is an essential SEO tool. It's actually two of these two. So you can go with either one. Both of them are good. Is the all-in-one SEO. So that is a good tool right there. And then Yoast. Those are tools right there that if you use those on your website, it helps you implement SEO. And as said before, and I don't know if we talked about this in the last one or not, SEO is a very important component of a website because it's how a website gets found, particularly like on Google, Bing, any kind of search engine, any of that. So you definitely want your SEO correct. So remember that all-in-one SEO, or you could do the Yoast. I typically like Yoast better, but all-in-one SEO is also good too. So the next one that we're going to talk about is security and data protection. So you definitely need security and data once you get that website up and running. You're going to have stuff happen. So the more traffic you get to a site, the more likely something is to happen. So you want to make sure your site is protected at all time. And one good way to do that is either with WordFence or you can use SiteLock. Those are two different type of security softwares that can be actually utilized on a website. The reason I like SiteLock, that's what we use. The reason I do like SiteLock is because that runs seamlessly in the background on the website. Whereas something like WordFence is kind of a plugin or app that gets put on the website. It can slow the website down, but in general, those are two good things to use. But either way, no matter which one it is, you want to make sure that you have something on there and you want to make sure you protect it. So the very last one, I'm going to give you guys a bonus. This is actually one of the latest softwares that I just started working with and I'm in love with it already. And if you have an e-commerce site, you need this. It is called LeBeg. LeBeg not only shows you what you're doing well as far as from an e-commerce standpoint, it shows you what your competition is doing. It shows you the emails that your competition is sending out. It shows you how the ads that your competition is running. It shows you so much data in there that you cannot help but be successful from learning from your competition and what you're already doing well. It also has an inventory section in there. So you can see how many days of stock that you're close to running out of. You can see how much stock you have on hand and make so much adjustments from there. And very lastly, one of my favorite things that about LeBeg is it has an AI component for predictive sales. So it can take your sales history and tell you what you're projected to sell in the next month, the next 2 months, how much you're projected to sell in the next year. So it's a very comprehensive tool and I highly recommend it. So I will have links down there for all those for you guys to check out. So make sure you watch this video back and definitely take note of all of the tools and definitely give them a try. You got free accounts with all of those. You can try with the free accounts. And then for the most part, just look up and do your own research on some of those. So at best, I want you guys to make sure you are growing your e-commerce business. So like I said, last time we talked about why to start one and how you're going to start it. This one, we're talking about the tools that you need to implement once you start it. So again, be great out there and thank you for tuning in. Angelo Austin, owner of Austin Media Group.